Friends, today we take on the letter K, and for K we thought the most appropriate thing is that we introduce what kit we use for our IVF patients. Well, there are a lot of things, and I am just keeping a small demonstrative sample, representative sample in front of you. We begin from this side. Well, this has been made famous by the movies Wiki Donor and Good News. Well, this is of course a semen collection jar. There are many types which are available, two of which are kept here. The male partner generally ejaculates in this bottle or jar, and this is where we harvest the semen from. Once that is done, we move on to the conical centrifuge tubes. The semen is separated with the help of these tubes, and the essential part of the semen is the sperm pellet, from which we access the best sperms that are available. Moving on, we have the other tubes, which are the round bottom tubes, and there are many of these. These are the more popular ones, which is about 14 ml in size. This is used for storing media as well as follicular fluid or any liquid that needs to be stored in the incubator. Once the follicular fluid is collected, that is done with the help of a ovum pickup needle. This is the needle, also called as the ovum pickup needle, which is introduced into the peritoneal cavity via the vaginal route, and the follicular fluid or the oocyte fluid is sucked, which is collected into a tube when it is attached here. Once these follicular fluid is collected, it is then poured on to various dishes. These are cultured plates or cultured dishes, as we call it. The fluid is poured into this, and the oocytes are segregated. The same dishes can be used for culture also. This is a 60 mm plate. This is a slightly different plate which we call as a centerville dish. And this is another plate which is called the ICSI plate, or this is the plate in which we do an intracytoplasmic sperm injection. There are various other dishes which are there, which have different functions depending on the exact culture that you wish to do. This is another popular plate which is called the 4-well dish. As you can see, there are 4 wells here in which we can do sequential culture or group culture, or as your protocol demands. The process of IVF requires the movement of a lot of liquids and media from one site to another. For that, we use something called as a pipette. This is a 3 ml Pasteur pipette. There are many of these which are available in various forms and sizes. These are the representative media which is used to actually culture the gametes and make them into good looking blastocysts or embryos that needs transfer. These 2 needles are very special needles. It is used to do ICSI, that is intracytoplasmic sperm injection. This one actually holds the single egg on itself, and this harvests or captures a single sperm and is injected into the oocyte. This is possibly the epitome of IVF, wherein you cause fertilization by your assistance. And once the culture is done, the embryos grow to the state where you can actually transfer them. You use the embryo transfer catheter. This is an embryo transfer catheter. I mean, this is one of the different embryo transfer catheters that we have. We have something called as a stillet. This is introduced into the uterus, and the stillet is removed. This is the outer catheter, and we have the inner catheter, in which the embryos are loaded from a plate and is slowly introduced into the uterus via the outer catheter, and the embryos are deposited within the uterine cavity. With all these things, we plan to only do a small little thing, that is to improve the curvature of your smile to complete your families. That ends the letter K for you, that is kits in IVF.